I'm Christy Code Red Nickel, and this is In Your Face Fitness. You know, when people do a countdown on their calendar, when they X the days on their calendar, usually it's to count down to Christmas or a cruise. But some people actually count down on their calendar when they are counting the days that they have been addiction-free. Might sound silly to you. Doesn't sound silly to some other people. You know, we all come with crap. Every single one of us has issues that we deal with all the time. People that you don't think would have issues. You just have no idea. All of us have stuff. But how do you deal with your issues, all right? Whenever you think addictions, most of us think drug and alcohol. That's the first thing that comes to our mind when we think addictions. But a lot of people have food addictions, many types. I personally know many people with different types of food addictions. I know people that hide food all over their house. That way, no matter what, no matter when, they can always have access to food, and that it's wherever they need it. I know people that hide food under their pillow at night when they sleep. That way, at a moment's notice, they can have food literally right at their fingertips. And I know people who consume massive amounts of food in a matter of minutes. I even know someone who breaks out into cold sweats when they enter a grocery store because they are afraid of walking down the aisle that sells the food that they're addicted to because they're afraid to buy it. You know, there's a lot of different stuff out there. But the deal is, I understand that being addicted to maybe peanut M&Ms isn't going to kill you like heroin might, but the point is, the addiction is the fact that you still need it. All right, it's not what it is, and it's not the amount that you consume, and it's not the frequency. It's the fact that you need whatever it is that you need. All right, I mean, if you are turning your house inside out, trying to find money to go buy those peanut M&Ms, hey, that's a serious problem. All right, I know a woman that would have a cap full of scotch and water every night, and she would say, but it's only a cap full. That's not very much. I'm not an alcoholic. But you should have seen her when she'd come home. She'd say, I just need my scotch. You know, I just need my scotch. So, you know, I mean, that doesn't matter how much you consume. It's the fact, and it doesn't matter what it is. It's the fact that you need whatever it is. All right. And I know this sounds cliche, but you gotta admit you have a problem, and you need to do something about your problem. Okay? How do you deal with your issue? You go to church? Can you ask God to help you deal with your issue? Do you honestly think that the same God that created the universe and all that it contains just simply cannot help you with your addiction issue? Do you think that he doesn't have that ability? Really? You think that? I don't think that. Do you go see counselors? You can go see a counselor. You can go to group counseling. There are books. There are books on audio. There are all kinds of things out there to help you. My dad is an LPC, a licensed personal counselor, and I can't tell you how many people he's helped. Just an enormous amount of people that he's helped through counseling. I personally can tell you that I had to go through 4 years of counseling to deal with something that happened to me when I was a kid. And group counseling, I mean, when you step into group counseling and you see that you're not the only person that has dealt with or is dealing with the issue that you're dealing with, it's like an automatic weight lifted off. You're like, oh, thank God I'm not the only one out there. And believe me, you're not the only one out there. Don't think that you're the only one out there that has dealt with this issue. You're not. And counselors out there, they know what they're doing. They've been through a lot of schooling, you know, and people can help with what you're dealing with, but you gotta get help, people. You gotta face it, you know, turn and face it and deal with it. You know why? What's gonna happen if you don't deal with it? It's gonna eat you from the inside out. It's gonna manifest itself. If you don't deal with what's in your heart and your soul and your mind, it's gonna manifest itself as sickness, okay? Even just as important, if not more important than getting out and running your 5 miles in the morning, is dealing with the crap that's going on inside your mind and your heart. The issues in your life, people. It doesn't matter what it is. It does not matter. I do not care. But it's a part of health and wellness. Take care of it. Take care of it. Know that I care about you. Know that you can always drop me an email, and I'll do what I can to direct you in the right direction, to point you in the right direction, and stumble over my words. Point you in the right direction. I'm certainly not a counselor. I consult with my dad on all kinds of things. And my mom. They're very, you know, my folks are extremely very educated and very experienced. I'm always going to them for things, and there are many people out there that are trained in these areas, guys. But I will do what I can to help you if you ever need anything. But I want you to deal with your stuff, okay? Do that. Do it. Christy Code Red Nickel. Have a great week. I will see you next week.